Hi, Kendi. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate. I know you from Twitter, and I've been following what you do. I don't know what to call you. Is he a digital marketer?
Even me, even me, I don't know what to call myself because I am somebody who does so many things, and I feel it's not even becoming difficult for me to niche down to like focus on one particular aspect because I got into marketing by accident. I have a science background, but in fact, I got into tech basically to code because I started with programming, learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript. In fact, I did a couple of projects, and so the way I got into marketing, so I had an interview. Okay, my first company, an edutech platform, needed somebody that could manage their WordPress website. So I applied that same period. I also applied for an agency as a web developer as well. So the two came in at the same time, and the difference between the pay was just 5,000 naira. And now as somebody who just finished service, had done a couple of teaching jobs where you were earning like 18,000, and somebody's ready to pay you 40, and the other person is ready to pay you 45,000. I was like, I just went for the money. So for the edited platform brand, I was managing their website. I was also doing some couple of websites for friends and family of the owner of the business. So and one thing I took away from that company is, yes, there are some companies that won't pay you well, but there are things they do that will make you be loyal to them. Now, when I went in as a developer, but that the founder is somebody who is keen on personal development. So every week he gave us material to listen
Mm.
to read, and we come in every Monday to discuss. So he noticed that when I'm giving my presentation, the way I talk, he likes it. Like, this guy, you know how to talk. Oh, you should be a good salesperson, a good marketer. Will you be interested in marketing? So he talked to me that even if you know how to code, you still need that marketing skill to sell yourself. And it's okay, will you be interested? And one thing about me is I'm always open to like learning. I said, okay, why not? So that's where I got started with copywriting. He gave me materials on copywriting, learn copywriting from there. That's how my journey into marketing started. In fact, I hated anything marketing because I see
Okay.
market as people who walk on the street with their shoes chopped on one side. So, but when I learned copywriting, in fact, copywriting made me fall in love with anything marketing. It even made me learn how to interact with people because it now made me see market is not about selling, it's about helping people to solve their problem. So if that because I'm helping them to solve their problem, that's where you are making your money. So I fell in love with marketing, and then
Yeah.
it has been success. And yeah, as I
Yours.
so I love that's so then I did socials. There's no marketing I have not done. There's no so when now comes to okay, where do I want to specialize? Because like I said, when it's time for me to execute and I need something to do, and I need to learn that stuff to get things done. I don't wait for people to, "Oh, yeah, help me do this." I just quickly the knowledge is everywhere except you are lazy. Go to YouTube, you can learn anything and execute immediately. So it's now become a as I even myself, I don't know what to call myself. So but I'm a marketer generally. So either product, growth, anything, just call me. I'm a marketer. So yeah, so you can call me
It's
marketer.
beautiful.
I'm fine with that.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine, Kendi. I resonate with you. I resonate with your story because it's just like I didn't code right, but I had that confusion too in the long when I first came into marketing. It was about if I should do product marketing or e-commerce. That was just the decision I was trying to make. Should
Trying to
I
make.
focus on product marketing? Yeah, in the long run, I decided to do e-commerce after I had a conversation with my mentor. And the thing is that we don't lose anything by doing all of these things. The number of skills that people like Elon Musk have, man. It's long. You can't narrow it long now to something. You can't narrow it into
Yeah,
fintech. You can't narrow it
exactly.
into rock. You can't narrow it into something. It's not. And I think that is who we are meant to be as humans. Now, hear me out. Before the technology boom and all of these things, men themselves, they will cultivate the food they will eat. They would build the house they
That's
want to stay. They would build security for themselves. They would
definitely.
create irons and metals and sword.
They
And I think
built walls.
so as an human, yes, as humans, normal, we are meant to. I believe that we are created to know a lot of things, to do a lot of things because people get bored now. We get bored easily. Me, I get bored easily. Oh. I can't. Maybe that's why I am into marketing. I can't do something like only one thing for. Yeah, I can't.
Only one thing, exactly.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. I can't just be doing one thing over and over again. That's why I left social media marketing. It's becoming like, oh, I will just post. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So marketing is beautiful. It's beautiful, and I think
Definitely.
you are on the right track. It's not a course per se. It is just you knowing that, oh, at this junction, this is what the business need, and I can provide the value and all of those kind
Definitely.
of things.
Definitely.
We do football. There are football players that are utility players now. Just provide value for it's value exchange. Let's
That's
start
it.
from okay, you did I did edutech too in the initial stage of my career. I did edutech too. I
I
did
did.
edutech. Yeah. So what is that one mistake you see that businesses make when they want to transition from a brick and mortar store? I'm talking e-commerce now. Let's go to e-commerce directly. You see a business that is running online, no, that is running offline. Somebody
Offline,
at
yeah.
home, you are a student in your hostel, you are selling product from your dorm room. Your mom has a small shop that she's selling toys from, and you feel, oh, this business we can actually put it online. We can actually go on TikTok. We can actually go on Instagram, and we can actually reach more audience. Oh, my mom knows how to make some apps and that can cure some little things. Oh, I can push this thing online. But how do you think somebody can bring a business from brick and mortar store? How can you bring a business from offline to the online digital space specifically?
Okay, so I think one of the big lesson that we've come to experience as human is technology. Now, if you already have a business that is doing well within your locality, because if you have a brick and mortar business, you are only selling to people within your vicinity. Now, with the advent of technology, that means if people within your vicinity can see value in your business, it simply means more people need that product or service that you are selling. And I feel when it comes to moving from offline to online, especially for small businesses, they are always first looking out for, oh, I want to build my website, I want to have my e-commerce store. Yes, it's fine if you have the finances, but there are still free tools you can use. I give an example. I wa- I helped a real estate guy sometimes ago, and yes, wanted to build his website, but I said, okay, have you even leveraged few tools? Because you talk about websites, we have Google My Business. If you can optimize your Google My Business, especially for small businesses, I've done it for some boutique within my area. Yes, she's already making sales, but she's only covering a very small niche because that's where she stays. Why not? Let's do Google My Business, and I was able to help her set up her Google My Business, optimize it properly, and she was really impressed because she was now getting um order. She was not getting food buyers even outside our store. People that are within that are searching for shoes. I did in such a way that when you search for clothes in, because I said Egbeda, our store was able to like come up in Google My Business. That is so you don't need to look for if you want to build an e-commerce website, for example, you don't need, let's say okay, the minimum want to manage your resources, you won't spend nothing less than 200k. Now, if you invest that 200k in getting more stuff and you are able to start leveraging free tools, use your WhatsApp, use your Google My Business, you have that your status. The WhatsApp now has what catalog. WhatsApp business now has catalog. Put it there. Talk about your business. Facebook has Facebook shop. Put your product there. Leverage free tools. When you now start getting traction, people start knowing you can now start. Okay, let's meet upskill and have a website. And even at that, you need processes. I think one thing small business owner do, what one mistake they do is they are always after immediate customer. They don't look for how to increase their customer lifetime value. Now, the customer has gotten something from you, that's all. Another customer will come. Now, that customer that bought, let's say, a shoe from you today, how do you make sure that that customer comes back later? Is That's where relationship building comes in. Now, my first marketing job, I learned what we call value based marketing. You give When you give people so much value, it gets to I said when you ask them for something, they won't resist because we've given them so much value. So one mistake small business owner do is they don't build relationship with their current customer. They always okay, let me look for the next customer, let me look for the next customer. Yes, customers will come, but are you able to build relationship with your existing customers? Because people believe in people. Now, if I buy something today and I get good value from it, and the business owner build a relationship with me, now if my friends need something like that, you are the first person that will come to my mind, because from the product I've gotten from you, I've gotten value, you've built a relationship with me, and what next? I refer you to other people. Now, there is this guy that posted something on X. This guy that does food video. He's also a marketer. I've forgotten his name. I'm trying to. Now, he posted something I think last week. Said each time he buys a gadget, he after he has gotten the gadget, he goes back online to go and check if he has not if he has gotten the best deal, or if that's what he needs. Now, I look at that as a marketing person and I say, okay, that business is not doing enough. Now, imagine I've gotten something, and after I've gotten it, like almost immediately, I'm sending you, oh, thank you for the purchase. Now, the second day, I'm sending you testimonials of people who has gotten that thing. Now, as humans, when you spend your money, there's what we call buyer's remorse. You always start thinking, hope I've not shey mi ti waste owó báyìí, shey is this thing worth it? You start thinking, having a second thought, hope I've not wasted money. That's what we call buyer's remorse. Now, the only way you can help buyers to break that buyer's remorse is when you give them value, immediate value after the purchase. Thank you for purchase. Second, you are sending them testimonials of people who has gotten that same item. Now, what does that do? It automatically what? Kill that buyer's remorse. Okay, if other people are buying it, that means I've not wasted my money. I've gotten a good deal. Now, imagine somebody that buys. I'm going back to like a boutique now, that buys a shirt today, and like someone that buys a shirt, let's say an office shirt, you definitely need that person will need a trouser someday. Now, imagine you now say, oh, we saw that you bought a shirt last week. 95% of people that bought this shirt also buy this trouser. Now, in my head, yes, I will need a trouser. But even if I don't have that money at that moment, it's already on my head as, oh, shirt Simura, I will need a trouser to it. So now imagine when now the salary now on the 25th, now saying, oh, because you bought a shirt the first week of July, we are giving you 10% discount on this trouser to match this shirt. What does that do? Automatically, what? You are upselling. So one thing one small business owner do is they don't know how to build relationship, increase the lifetime value of their customer, and they're always looking to start big. You can start small, start with free tools, optimize, get the best value from the free tools before you start looking at how to grow big and become the Jumia and the rest that you want to become. So yeah, that's one few things that I feel small business owners should look into.
Accurate, accurate. That's very accurate, Kehinde. I would want you to expand on processes. One of the things that we don't have in Nigeria is good processes. It is terrible. It is terrible
Very, very.
everywhere. And I believe that if you can if you can give a Nigerian in Nigeria a good experience, you will never lack customer, you will never lack sale. Your product will be selling out time and time
Definitely.
again, because
Definitely.
major all of everybody in Nigeria are experiencing bad business culture, from the buses they are entering to how conductors treat them on the train to the phone network provider. We are experiencing terrible customer experience, and it only takes being intentional as a small business owner for you to gain the trust of a Nigeria. You don't have to do
Your
much.
customers.
You don't have to do so much, because
Exactly. Exactly.
the standard is low. The standard is looking for crude oil. It's just too deep. There's no standard. You said something. And that's one of the things that Ladi said. That is in the episode I had with Ladi. He narrated the story of how he bought a light from a vendor for his podcast
Exactly.
and
I
for his
listened to
content
it. I
creation.
listened to it. Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody is asking you like, "Oh, can you send me some ways to install and use this thing?" And you did not
You
respond.
ghosted.
I bought it. Yeah, I bought this plenty that I'm wearing. I've
Yeah.
been looking to buy plenty for over, let me say, over a year now. And
I
do you
think
know
I
that
saw it.
I have to,
You tweeted it.
yeah, let me give you the
I
backstory.
saw the tweet.
I've bought plenty, let me say, from I have to buy from four vendors before I met the person that sold me this one that is good. I'm telling you for a fact. The one I bought the last time, I had to message that lady and say, "You said my clothes is coming on Wednesday. I've not seen it." Like, I'm the one
Sent
that
it.
have to ask.
Follow up.
When the plenty landed, it was terrible. She didn't even ask me, "Is it good?" No, nothing. So I actually believe that you might want to expand on process. This one that I bought it from the guy. What's his name? I want to mention his name so that I'll give him free PR, because yeah, he did something good. I want to mention his name is Custom Made. It's on Twitter. It's Custom Made. I just hope I'm getting it right. Right? I'm not. It's Custom Made. He sold two to me. I was like, "Oh, is it good?" I was like, "Yeah, it's good." He sold two to me, and that
You
same day,
called.
I bought another three.
Wow.
Yeah, just because of the experience I have. He gave me a good experience. The clothes were delivered. I liked the clothes, and immediately I sent his Alpha, this guy. All you need to do is, number one, have a good product. Number two, the experience. I don't want to, I want to ask you, how can they structure the experience? Because I know it starts from how you respond. Like they said, some people you message a vendor and they will send you a voice note. I want to ask you, from the initial conversation to the selling processes to the delivery processes and to after sales processes.
So,
You want to talk about them?
okay. Yeah. So I think I will give kudos to somebody that the person that brought me into marketing. I will mention his name, Mr. Steven. I think he's a man who is keen on processes. He's very, very keen on processes. Let me tell you how the business model works for the edtech. So what he does is sell professional exam courses, the software. He makes the training in videos and sell it as software. So if you want to write ICANN, ATS, so he does the whole syllabus, record it, and does into the software and sell it to those who are preparing for exam. Now, what is selling, what the way does is that he doesn't just say come and buy. I want to tell you how he does his own process. So now he doesn't tell you to come and buy. He doesn't even advertise his product. What he does is he gets a snippet of each of those videos, key important parts of the syllabus, give it out for free. That is what lead generation. Now that is first step. He now has a Telegram community where he employed certified professionals, ICANNs, and he organizes free lectures. Are you seeing the process now? Lead magnets. From there, he's putting them into a community, gives free courses. Now he knows that those free courses you are getting either online or the ones those lecturers are giving you on the in the community will not be enough for you to write the exam and pass. At the end of each of the lecture, it now tell you, oh, if you want to learn more about what we've discussed in this community, go and get the video. Now, someone that's giving you free video, giving you free
mm,
lecture, is not telling you to come and buy. Definitely, he has beaten all whatever resistance you mean. Now, you're looking at the process. Now, after sales, because like I said, it's a software, so you need to install it on your device. Now, we have sales team. You can't work for me. I don't do sales. You do marketing, you do sales. So I did everything. We install is either they come to the office where we install the software for them, or we ship it to them. Now, when we ship it to them, we will be the one to monitor the shipping. We won't leave it to the delivery guys. We call,
mm,
have you gotten your video? Now, when we now call, we now ask them what time will be convenient for you. Let us take you. Not that they can't install it by themselves. Oh. We'll call them. What time can you be available? Let's install it for you. We send them. What we
mm,
use is, I think we use this screen share, one screen shares software. Then we ask them to install it. Then we just take over their system from our back end and install the software for them, and it works. Now, we don't just leave them at that. We send them, that's why, emails every week. We send them, okay, we have even gave them study guide that, okay, if you follow this study 30-day study guide, you can read from chapter 1 to chapter 3. So we've given them, the process was so much that we take from even before they buy till the day of their exam. We are sending emails,
mm,
we are building, as a salesperson now, you now do something that you are in charge of whoever you sell this courses to. So you own the customer. And if a customer complains, everybody has access to the Telegram group. You must respond to their message within, the highest is 30 minutes. If you don't, because you're always checking, if you don't respond, you just screenshot it and you are in for it. So you ensure that the customer has a similar experience from the first point of contact till they actually write their exam. Even after they've written their exams, we don't just leave them. Okay, you finish your exam. What are the next thing? You now do something. You can, aside from the professional courses, you now did what, accounting softwares. You need to learn as an accountant. You are as good as nothing if you don't know how to use accounting softwares. That's another course. So aside from just, so one
mhm,
thing about process, you need to be intentional. What are those key touch points that
mm,
your customer is going to have with your business? If it is offline, okay, is it that they need to come to my shop? When they come to my shop, how do I entertain? How do I? That's why I love. Forget Igbo guys. We are just, they know how to do business. Go to an Igbo man's shop. The way we immediately, even though you are not Igbo, my brother, welcome. It's always, but you see, some people, when you get to that shop, they are frowning, they are not smiling, and you expect me to. There are some shops I just go in. The way I be attended, I just say, I'm not buying. I'll just immediately, I will make my money. I'm not buying from it. There are some shops that when I go, even the way you are entertained, if you don't want to buy, you will be confused to buy, because they've given you, they've made you feel at home. They are giving you water, they are giving you stuff, and even though you don't buy, you feel like, oh, I hold this guy something. If I don't buy now, definitely I will come back. So you need to be intentional. Know those touch points that your customer is going to have with your business, either online or offline. Then make it, be intentional about, okay, what experience do I want to give them at these touch points? When they come to my store, how do I want them to feel? When they are going, how do I want them to feel? You see, if you go to the some store and you go with kids, when they are going, they give them balloon. Imagine next
mm,
time if you are passing with your kid, what would that your baby say? You say, "Mommy, let's enter," because he or she has have gotten that experience from there. So you need to be intentional about, okay, how do you want your customer to feel at every touch point you have with your business, either online and offline. So even for offline businesses, most people, especially for apps and other stuff, people still miss it. The customer is downloading your app and they are confused on what to do. That's a very bad user experience. You don't know if to sign up, or after sign up, they even know what to do. Now you should be intentional. Okay, do you have a very good onboarding emails that will tell them, oh, thank you for coming. This is how you get value. Teach them, as, because I used to tell people, humans generally we are lazy. We only take action when there is a threat to either our existence or something. We only do things when our lives depends on it. You can't expect me to I want to, let's say I want to a fintech app now. I already have like three on my phone. You now asking me to download. After I download, you're asking me to bring my mother's birth certificate. You're asking me to, there are some apps I've downloaded. They're asking me to do face verification. I'm turning my head 360. If I do it first
mm,
time, second time, third time, if it's not working, I delete the app. My life does not depend on it. So if you are intentional about okay how you want your customers to feel, then at every touch point that your customer has with your brand, you will be intentional about okay, this is how I want them to feel, and you put processes in place. Is it like by the e-commerce I work for? We is an online marketplace. We have both for merchants and for users. Now I did what we call sales cadence, 14 days cadence. That's okay. When this user is signing up on the first day, they are getting an, especially for merchant, on the first day when they sign up, they are getting an email. But not just that. If you ask them to just to go and upload their product, they won't do it. What we need to do, we are calling them. Oh, you sign up. Oh, yes, we signed up. Have you added your product? Have you having issues? If you're having issues, let me resolve it. Okay, take them through the uploading their first product. On the third day, check their profile. How many products have they uploaded? Oh, are you having issues? You should be intentional about it. Okay, and let them have experience. And for all online businesses, humanize your brand. Don't just say, oh, we are online. Let's they do everything online. Humanize. Let them feel there's human in the process. You might not be able to call everybody, but there's a way you can structure your process that it the human part of the business should reflect in your brand, and you are in for a good one for with your customers.
You definitely in for a good one if you can fix your processes, like you said, like Kende, fix your processes, uh, maintain very good communication. I don't know if it's a character problem. Can a bad human being offer good customer experience? A bad person that has bad character.
One thing is your whatever you do is a reflection of who you are. That's just it. That is a reflection of who you are. So whatever you do is you. So you can't give what you don't have. Definitely, you can't give. You might fake it for a while. Yes, you might fake it for a while, but definitely after a long run, your real self will show. People know, oh, this person is not it at all. This person is not it at all. So definitely, yes, you can't give what you don't have. Definitely, you can't give what you don't have. Except you have check and balances, and that's why sometimes even if a one man business, you need mentors, people that can guide you, that help you look at the process. Oh, yeah, let's not do it like this. Let's do it like this. Can I help you put the process in place and help you set up your process and just follow the process, even if you can't do it yourself. But because there is a process that is guiding you, cannot look at okay, today have I called this customer? Okay, go and call. Today have I send the emails? Okay, can I go and send? But if you are leaving it to your intuition as a bad person, you won't do it. But
For real, I resonate with that. When I don't think I'm just thinking over my head like somebody that is bad. They can't offer good customer experience. So people are just bad. They just have
let, let
terrible
me just
character.
yeah, let me just chip it in. Let's take our country as an example. Yes, our country is the way it is because we don't have a well documented processes. What do I mean by that? Now, let's say for example, before you implement a law, let's say the national anthem that woke up one morning and everything has changed. Imagine we have like a process that say, okay, before you do this, these are the things that ought to be done, and you need to follow it strictly. Okay, before you change national anthem, you need to. I'm not talking of this our rubber stamp national assembly. You need to consult the national assembly. You need to get this number of votes, and there is process that you need to follow it. The truth is, everybody has a tendency of being lawless.
Yes.
Why do you think when a Nigerian goes abroad and they start behaving normal? Because there is law that is checkmating whatever they do, and they know if they are being caught, they will actually face the consequence of their actions. So once there is process and that process is followed squarely, it will put everybody, even if you are the baddest person, as long as okay, there's a process to be followed, and if it's not followed, there's consequence. Definitely, things will change. So even if you are a bad person, there is a process that is guiding you, and for not adhering to that process, there is a consequence. Definitely, you sit up. Definitely, you will sit up.
Definitely for real. I believe that. I believe that. I believe logistics is another problem we have with e-commerce in Nigeria. Um, Working across board, working with clients in the UK, US, and co. E-commerce is successful in the UK today because they have the Royal Mail. In the US, they have USPS. In Canada, I think they have Royal Mail and something. I've forgotten their own logistic too. All these FedEx and Amazon, they were built on the infrastructure that the government has built
Existing
already.
infrastructure. Exactly.
Yes. But how do you think Nigerians can navigate this part? Have you seen anybody navigating logistics problem in e-commerce in Nigeria successfully? What are they doing?
Okay, I think I saw a tweet by some this senator or something that was it was trying to understand how Jumia and Konga has been able to navigate because they are the big players. If you are playing e-commerce
Yeah,
in Nigeria, those are
yeah.
the big players. How they've been able to navigate, and if you look at Jumia, I think Jumia now has their own delivery service, and it's because they have the money, they have the fund. Now, for small business, in fact, that was one of the issues we face with the place I work with. Delivery, you are buying a product of 5,000 and the delivery is already like 4 5. You would think twice now. It's not that you can't get this product if even if you want to go and buy it in the market, you might not spend up to that 4 5. So I think it's something that in fact I won't say I have an actual answer to it because I've even myself I've tried to see okay how can we beat this. And I feel another thing is uh even if your delivery is I think one thing I tried to do with what we did was let customers know because one thing I've realized is the shorter the delivery time, the higher the cost. Now, if you can wait
Oh,
for okay, let's say 3 to 5 days, the delivery cost
mm,
will be lower. But how many customers are ready to wait that long? Now, that's where another thing is communication matters a lot. You need to let the customers know, oh, yes, if you want speed delivery you are paying more. And one thing I try to do even though we were unable to implement that particular strategy was okay have a what we call window frame or free what I call it happy hour. That was the time I termed the strategy. So happy hour is like a period where you offer free delivery. Now it's not entirely free. I don't want to say some
no
things here.
problem.
It's not entirely
Yeah,
free, but we are doing it in such a way that at that period we are giving you something so it looks like a free delivery. So
yeah.
the goal of that was to encourage people to buy more and just look at the way that, okay, a space that's supposed to like cost us 5,000 because we work with different delivery partners. I will say we're picking like the cheapest form of delivery. So 3 days it might be 1 5. There's a way we've done the unit economies and how we are going to recruit our fund. So I think e-commerce just need to be creative about how they want to do. I
They
won't
can
say you
maneuver
should
these things, right?
examine over these things because as it is, except you're a big player, it's very 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 difficult. And I think
Very
the way the big guys did, they have drop off zones. So they have drop off zones like Jumia. They have
well.
I think in every local government they have drop off zones where they just source for that product very close to where you are, and they just they pick it, they take it there, which helps to reduce the cost of delivery to their customer. So you just need to be creative as an e-commerce to see how to maneuver the delivery because it's not easy as an e-commerce platform to navigate.
All right, Candace. Speaking of unit economics, people don't know what unit economics is. They don't know. They don't know. A lot of people don't consider. They don't consider it as as an important part of business. Ladi was saying something that we don't know how to do business in this part of the world, and it's true because we don't optimize for profit. It shows in the way people relate, right? And that's why we are always looking for businesses that will give us gift, that will give us freebies, and businesses will just like fun one, fun one. No, no, no. It's because people don't consider the unit economics of their problem or of their
Yeah,
business.
pro-
They don't
yes.
consider it. People think profit return on ad. It doesn't stop at ad. Your custom, your retention, your LTV, all of these things. Just talk about unit economics. Talk about it.
So I feel people going into business, everybody goes into business to make money. but they don't really understand what it is to really grow a business. They just feel, oh, once I buy this product, 10 naira, as far as I'm able to just sell it for 12 naira, that my 2 naira is okay. They don't, there's so many things they didn't factor into even before they put out their pricing. Because if you don't get your pricing right, that's where you start to have issues. See that some businesses, after when they start let's take a small business for example. When they start, the whole shop is filled up with products. After like 2 years, you see that everything is, there's nothing to show for it. And when you ask them what happened, they say, "Ah, the next thing they blame is the economy," which is, yes, the economy is bad, but they did factor in so many things when even putting price on the product. No, they just follow, I've bought this thing 5 naira, let me use 2 naira and sell it and let it just go. That's what most people do with their business. So when it comes to reading economics, you need to understand, okay, what for example, you are selling a shirt for 10,000 naira, you want to sell this for, let's say, 15,000. Have you factored in what it takes for you to sell that one product? Because there are so many things that go into getting a sale. So how much does it cost you? Let's say, how much does it cost you to buy that product? How much does it cost you to transfer that product from the market to your store? How much does it cost you to get that one customer that is buying that shirt? How much does it cost you to package that product? So you need to factor in every expenses that go into that product before you actually make that sales. Now, when you now do factor in that, you now, okay, minus it from your what, from your price. Then whatever is left is what is your unit profit on that particular product. So if you don't factor in so many things that go into selling that one particular product, and you're just selling, you figure out that when you're trying to balance your book, that's, oh, so something is missing here, something is missing here, and when you're trying to now, okay, you want to restock, there's no money to restock because you did factor so many things into your product when you are selling. I'll give a very practical good example. My wife, she has a mini mart, and sometimes when she's actually a graduate of business administration, when she sits down to calculate her business, I tell you, even me, I can't do this your business, because she puts in every details. It's okay, I bought this particular good, my transportation is this, my shop money is this, my local government money is this. Inside this product, is it, must you remove everything? Say if she doesn't remove it, how will she know she's making sales? And it's true. So I feel they need business owners, business in general, need to understand how to actually grow a business, not just doing business because, yes, you want to make money. Yes, you need to make money, but can you make that money consistently? And for you to make that money consistently, you need to understand the unit economics of your product, of your sales. So what does it cost you to sell that one particular product? What does it take you to get that customer to buy that one product? Factor in those things, then put it into your pricing. Then you can have a consistent, even when you want to restock, you don't have issue because you factor in so many things when you are into your unit economics as a business.
Thank you for explaining that. One thing that people don't know is when they want to calculate cost, they calculate cost, the costs that are big, that are loud. But you see the costs that are not loud, they'll tend to overlook it. Like,
They gave him 50
see,
naira, 100
yeah,
naira.
15 and it's just 100 naira ticket now. It's
Uh,
just 100 naira ticket. It's just 2,000 naira for sub. As a business owner, yeah, you should. One of the things that Navas said is this. Navas said you should productize yourself. See yourself as a product. That's one of the things I discussed with Lawrence Olumide. That one of his tweets that I discussed with him was that where he was saying he said his friend told him to start seeing himself as an enterprise. Start seeing yourself as a human being. Start seeing yourself as an enterprise. The moment you see yourself as an enterprise, you'll be like, oh, am I profitable? Am I engaging with other? If they employ you as an employee, for example, stop seeing yourself as an employee. Start seeing yourself as an enterprise. That I'm engaging
exactly.
with business as a business. That means
Business to
for me
business.
to retain this business, I need to be giving them value. I need to be
Value.
bringing them profit. I need to be bringing them stuff as a business. If you look at yourself as an employee, this African mentality of, oh, whatever happens, I'm going to get my pay, will enter your head. But the moment you
Let me
productize yourself, Go.
Okay, let me speak to that. I think especially, I don't know, maybe it's African thing or Nigerian thing. People, especially why that's why most people will kick against this pay per hour rating. Most people kick against it because most people feel, oh, my 9 to 5. One thing I've always appreciate about myself is once I take a job, I always tell people, if you stand up for a job and during your negotiation you agree to 150, now you should give your all. And for me, there's no place that I've worked that the employer will say, oh, while this guy was there, he didn't give his all. I'm a kind of person that if you pay me 150, I will do more than 150. Now the truth is, whatever you do on a job, whatever
Mm.
skill you do, whatever thing you do on the job, they can take the job from you, but the experience and skill you've learned on the job can never be taken away from you. That's one thing I've always gained. Now, like my mentor will always say, is that's my first boss. That he said when I started out, he said it got to a point he realized that I've outgrown the job. He told me, he said, Kehinde, I can't give you what you want. He said it. He said, I can't give you what you want. If you are ready to go today, I'm ready to let you go. But every skill you need to succeed, forget I will give you. How much was it? They was paying me 40,000 naira. But the skills I know today, he laid the foundation to it. So as I said,
Mm.
even as an employee, you should give your all because it's still going back to you. Because if you people Yoruba will say tó bá ṣe ṣe nǹkan ní nǹkan ló máa ṣe ṣe nǹkan tiẹ̀. That what is
Yeah.
true. The way you do other people's things, that's where you are going to because
You do
you
your own.
handle people's thing with negativity. You handle your own. That is that. So always give your all as an employer, and even as a business owner, treat your customer as you want other customers to treat you. Because if you don't treat your customer right, even if you don't have the right when other customers are when other business owners are treating you that same way. So you need to put, and even as a market, one thing I've always tell marketer is once you are coming up with a campaign, either a copy or you are coming up with something, always put yourself in the shoes of your audience. You want to write a copy and you are not seeing yourself. You first of all take the back seat as okay, I'm the consumer. I'm the one that is consumer. I want to consume this content. Now, if that content does not move you as an individual, there's no way it's going to move your other person. I'll give a practical example. When I was working for a fintech platform, it's a savings and investment platform. I wrote a copy one day, and in fact that copy came from my own experience. I know you are passionate about this black tax of 18. In fact, I learned sorry to divert. I learned a very hard lesson. I learned a very hard lesson. Now, when I finished my service, I was first teaching in my one of my uncle's schools. So I felt that place was not for me. So I need to like move out. So I moved out. I was working with a brand in on the Lagos Island, and I was earning about I think 45. So when my elder, because like as the only boy in the family, so I was the only boy. Then even though I'm the last child, but as the only boy, there's still sense of responsibility. Baba Gbogbo wa ni. So if this
You
one call
carry.
send me this thing immediately, send account number, few. So after a while, I lost that particular job. When I lost that job, as in my bank account was zero when I lost the job, and people were looking like, "Shey, why you too save when you are working?" I was like,
Ah,
"This is." I was like,
yeah.
"Where is this coming from?" You don't remember when we were calling to collect.
Oh,
So
no,
it's it's
they won't
it
remember
hits me
that
hard that. So this my brother tell me that if you see yourself as El Shaddai, it's only God that is El Shaddai. If you see yourself as
Yes.
El Shaddai, you will die. It's only God that can solve every woman's problem. So well,
Yes.
that is got stuck on my head. So when I was writing that copy, that okay, why you need to save and invest in your early age. So I wrote that copy with, if you remember that the emotion that came into that copy. When I sent that copy to my boss to read, it was like, come and say, Kennedy, tune this thing down. It's as if they are talking to me. He felt that copy because I was able to resonate with first as somebody who has experienced something. And I put that emotion into the copy. It hit him and I said, please, can you tune this copy down? So you need to always put yourself in other people's shoe in whatever you want to do. If you want to react to something, think, oh, if I say this thing, how will this people take? How will this person
Yes, sir.
take it? If I am a marketer, if I want to push a campaign, I want to write a copy. Okay, does this copy, does it will it resonate with my audience? So if you're able to put yourself in other people's shoe, whatever you're doing, you always do it right. Even as an employer, as an employee, as anything you want to do, when you put yourself into people's shoe, then you know how to relate with people. What led us to this?
That's
Because
it.
I'm sorry, I've deviated from what we were
No, no, no,
discussing.
no. I appreciate that. It's conversation now. That's the whole idea of the podcast. It's not we don't. No, I didn't send you a question beforehand. There's nothing like
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
So we are just here to talk and gist and have fun while we record it, hoping that somebody else will just learn from it, and that's it.
Definitely.
That's the whole purpose of it. Yeah, let's go to why businesses fail. 9 out of 10 businesses will fail before 10 years, before 5 years. That's the start. 9 out of 10. I have started businesses too, and I feel that many businesses it's normal. I've learned some lessons. But why do you think so many SMEs fails, medium scale business? Why they fail? Why they pack up? From your experience?
Okay, so I will talk in this on two ways. First, the SMEs, then second is startups. So let me start with startups because I've actually worked with startups that failed. I've worked with some that are successful. So when it comes to startup, I think one thing most startup founder, one mistake they usually do is they think take marketing or marketers as an afterthought. What does this mean? It means they've in their head they already have the solution that people want, and because they feel that's what people want, they don't
Mm.
involve the marketer during the product development process. So what they do is they've built the product. I just call you a marketer. This product is ready. Go and sell it. Now you need to. They don't. Sometimes you feel okay. This product is what my customers need, and when you get to the market, you realize that that is not what the market. That's not what your audience wants. It's something else. And sometimes sometimes though your customer might not even know what they want until you now tell them, okay, you know that you have this problem, and I already have the solution. So that sometimes you need to create the problem that does not exist because you need to sell your product. But there are some most founders they just think as marketing as an afterthought. So let's say an example. I was currently talking to a founder yesterday. So he wanted to build a platform to organize community. And the first thing he was saying is, and that's a mistake they do is they don't understand their audience. They don't understand their audience. So we're having that conversation. She wanted to build a platform to manage community. So for our conversation, was talking about corporate society, cooperative, churches and mosques. The first question I asked is, who are your? Give me a practical description of your audience. Say, our cooperative. And I tell you, when it comes to when I'm talking about cooperative, they are talking about our mummies and daddies, and those people they are very reluctant when it comes to adopting technology. They will not. They are used to doing their things locally. Yeah,
Error
okay,
and
now said
paper.
associate. Yeah, paper and paper. Now said association, and one of the things the platform will do is they can have their money on the platform for accountability. I said that's another issue. Now nobody wants to be accountable for anything. Somebody that has already, I'm not giving an example. In my estate, we pay security levy. There are some people that don't pay. Now, if you're now telling them you want to give them a solution that will open the hands of those that will not pay, they will resist it. So it comes to like most of them one, they don't understand their customer. They think they take marketing as an afterthought. So, but imagine when they were having the product idea, there's a marketer in that's okay. Before you even start building, let's do a survey. Let's talk to our audience. That's okay. What do you feel about this? What do you get the thought opinion of your audience? That's okay. If it's something that is worth building, not that you've wasted money on building the product, and at the end of the day, you take it to the market. Who is the marketer? Or the marketers always take the blame for everything because they didn't factor in that. Oh, when they were building the product, the marketer was not there to tell them, oh, this is what you need to do. they didn't do enough market research on their audience to know, okay, is this problem worth solving? Because there's a problem that is not worth solving. So that is
Mm-hmm.
on the startups. Now
Startup
for
side.
SMEs, for the small business and SMEs, one of the major issue with them is, like we stated earlier, is process. Forget you run a shop, you still need process. Like I said, how do you get your customers? How do you interact with your customers? After this customer has bought, how do you maintain a relationship? Your customer that is very close to your place, how do he's passing in the morning, you didn't say good morning ma, he's going, your child is coming back from school, say fine boy, how are you? You are not keeping relationship. Sales and marketing is about building relationship. Forget, that's one thing I've learned. Sales and marketing is about building relationship. If you want people to, why do you think one customer is two people are selling the same product and one person is outselling the other person? Go and look at it very well. If you say is, well, you probably say you are is the relationship, because that person has been able
Mm-hmm.
to build relationship. It's not that, oh, so because somebody didn't buy from you, you are not talking to the person. No, that person that is not talking to you, that's the person you should take as your friend. Somebody that goes in the morning, you greet him a karoma, he's coming by in the evening and saying good evening ma. The second day you greet good morning ma. The second day, one day that person will surely come and buy, because this person that is greeting me, that person will start feeling some kind of, this person that is beating me every day, if I don't buy now, to be as if. So small business owner need to how to what, build relationship with their customers. Aside that, like we discussed, unit economics factor in so many things into your product. Not that, okay, mo ti ra 10 naira, let me sell it 2 naira kó lọ nlẹ̀. No, tó bá lọ nlẹ̀, if you want to restock, you now start looking for money to add to restock. Imagine, because you didn't factor in so many things when you're even doing your pricing initially. So that's how you feel some business, when they start very big, and after 2 years there's nothing in the shop. When you ask them, they don't even understand. And I think what most of these guys, I don't blame them, they didn't learn it. Probably their mother just handed it over to them, or their aunt, or they see that their neighbor is selling this thing and the person is making sales. They just, oh, let me, that's where the next money is. They just open their own too. They didn't, there is no training. And that's why I respect this Igbo kind of apprenticeship. They do it in such a
Yeah.
way that you learn the nitty-gritty of the business. They learn
Mm-hmm.
from A to C of the business. So that's why I say I won't blame them. I think what they need is more mentorship, more training, and that's open. That's for those that are open to learning. Because there are some people that, what do you want to teach? It's a business that I've been doing for 4 years. What do you not come and tell me? So they just need to learn how to build processes around their business, know the unit economics of their business, build relationship, because the relationship is what sells. What sells is not people buy because of people. Somebody was this guy on Twitter was saying something yesterday, that when he was in a company and people were uninstalling the app because he left the company, it's because he has been able to build relationship with those users, and they feel that, oh, since my person is not there, why should I continue? It's because he was able to build relationship. So relationship sells. That's one thing. So learn to build a relationship and you continue to be in business. And why do you think sometimes we blame Dangote that he can't pick a side. He won't pick a side. Business is about building relationship. If he picks a side, say election, and he support Peter Obi, and this man entered, what do you think he's going to do to his business? They will look for a way to frustrate him. So business is about, you just need to calculate. Emotion don't sell. Emotion, sometimes you need to put emotions aside and use your thinking and know how to build relationship so that you can continue to strive in your business.
Thank you so much. You said a lot of helpful stuff during the course of this podcast. You said a lot of stuff. I want us to talk about masculinity. I want to talk about men generally. Uh, what would you say to a young 22-year-old, 23, 24, 25-year-old that is just graduating, that does not know where life is going? What would you say to that kind of guy?
What I will say is, I will take myself as an example. You see, especially this part of the world, we
Mm-hmm.
don't we are there is no playbook for guys, or for a a young man growing up to we learn things by experimentation. That's just the truth. Some of us don't know how to, maybe when you are making your when you I'm sorry if I'm sounding social. For first experience as a man, when you are meeting a woman, you just learn it by probably by experimenting. There's no thought that, oh, this is how you do it, this is how you talk. So you should be open to learning. Learning is you should look for mentor if possible. If you can get a mentor, I think that would be the best thing you can do for yourself. Look for somebody that you are looking up to, and try as it might not necessarily be meeting that person one on one. What is that person consuming? If you go on Twitter, Asemuta, I don't know, you know him. He churn out a lot of, I don't need to know him to learn from him. It's one of his tweets, you can learn a lot from it. So personal development is very, very, very key. That's one thing that I think that has really, really helped me. I thank God I met the person I met. That's my first, very first boss. He gave me a lot of material, and that really changed the way it really built me. In fact, there was a material he shared, the difference between a man and the difference between a man and a woman. I think by one pastor. I can't remember the pastor. If you listen to that material, I'll try and get and send it to you. I listened to that material and I was weeping. It differentiates. In fact, if you that material is so much that everything that a guy does on everything a guy does is because of the way we are wired. Let's say, for example, a man that is married can cheat on his wife and still love the wife. Men
Right.
see sex as something,
Pause.
as they don't count it as, they are not men that we are not emotionally attached when it comes to sex to people we don't love. If you see it as let me drink water, that's what men see sex as. Men can go ahead and have misbehave and still love the wife. But look at, for a lady, I'm not talking of those that does this for runs. Even those that does this for runs, when they love a guy, they can do when they're with the guy, they can give everything. But guys, we can flirt around. We are not so. Seek mentorship, personal development is very, very key. And I have one principle. I think our society it is today because Yorùbá say ìlú tó bá ń tòrò ọmọ àlebè ò tí dàgbà ni. That's Yorùbá adage. I don't know if I can. Now things are happening because there is little father figure in the environment. Go and check. You can't check it. Those are misbehaved. You can't check their background. There is no single father figure in their life. You won't take somebody, and I'm not uh trying to put down the hard work of single moms, no, but go and check a man that a child a grown-up man that behaves outrightly. Go and check the background. There's a father figure. It might not necessarily be the father, but there's a man in that guy's life that shaped the way the guy does. Probably when he was going astray, he was like, oh guy, you can't do this, do this. So even if you don't have a father, look for a mentor that can guide you, because that guidance is very, very key. Most people go astray because there is nobody to guide them right. And even though I had people around me, but they are not people that was ready to listen to me, because I grew up with my uncle, so he's somebody that is strict. Even for me to ask for for my school fees, I'm always, because somebody is not open. So I think, and one thing is, things that life is in cycles. Like I said before, you can't give what you don't have. If you grew up in that kind of environment, if you don't unlearn some things, you become the kind of person you grew up seeing. In fact, most of the things I do today is and we tend to downplay the impact of our growing up, what it has to do with us when we grow up. I'll give you an example. While growing up, the uncle the uncle I grew up, which happened to be my father, is my uncle though. He's used to somebody he stocks the house every month. He doesn't buy after rata through naira after, no, he doesn't do that. Every month bag of rice, every month. Why? That's what I do now because I see I reason why should I be buying Didika one rice one Didika beans one Didika. Every month I have a budget. I'm stocking the whole house for the month. It's because I see that when okay that was what it does when I was going and I see okay it's something good. So we then tend to downplay our experience while growing up to how it shaped us when we become an adult, and that's where we need to. There are so many things we need to unlearn and also relearn, and that is where personal development and books come in. There are some things you feel is okay, but when you look deep down because of the experience, because of the books, because of the kind of people you've mingled, you see that, oh, this thing is not what I should be doing, and you have to now unlearn those things and now relearn new habits to become a better person. So as a 25-year-old growing up, you need to understand, okay, what kind of person do I want to become? Look for people who are already in that line. If you can't meet them one on one, look at, okay, what material is this person consuming? What are the things this person is doing? Just replicate. Success is replicable if you follow the process.
Yes.
Success
Yes.
is replicable if you follow the process. So what Mr. A does, just follow the steps 1, 2, 3 and be consistent with it. Definitely you will become, even if you don't become that person 100%, at least you will be 90% successful as that person. So be open-minded, be willing to learn, take mentorship,
Mm-hmm.
read books, listen to podcasts, podcasts like this. I've learned a lot from your podcast. I won't lie to you. I'm always looking forward to the next episode to pick. Even if I don't, sometimes I don't listen to it finish. I just listen to 5. Without that 5 minutes, I've picked 1 or 2 things, and I'm good. Your tweet as well, and so many other people that I'm always looking out for their tweets because I want to learn 1 or 2 things from them. So yeah, and today, knowledge is available everywhere except you are lazy, except you are
Mm-hmm.
anything you want to learn today, just
It's
have
available.
light, have phone, have internet, you are on your way to the top.
What are the top three books?
Okay, top 3 books. The first book I will say shaped me as I'll talk from the professional angle now is How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you are a marketer and you've not read that book, I don't know. I don't know who you are. So that is one. Then another two, the 10x rule by Grant Cardone. 10x rule. I also like that book. It talks about how you shouldn't be average. Even in your thinking, you shouldn't be average. Always, whatever you want to achieve, times 10 it. Okay, my goal is to achieve 10,000 naira. Now, times say that 10,000 and start shooting for that times X, so that even if you don't meet that is you will beat. Because if you are aiming for 10,000, the effort you put in will might not get to that 10,000. But if that time 10x that 10,000, you will shoot above that 10,000, but you might not get to that times 10. So that is another book. Then the last one, which one should I choose now? There's so many books. There's this particular one you shared. I've started reading that book. That's 20 Laws of Human. If I got that title right.
Lots of manager. Robert Green.
Exactly. I started reading because of your tweets. I started reading that book, and I think I'm in the second chapter and I'm already enjoying the book. In fact,
Right.
though I didn't have the soft copy, I downloaded the PDF. I'm already and that book is good as well.
It's good. Right. Thank you very much, Kehinde. It's over an hour now talking to you, and we just do some trivias. I won't do this or that. I will just ask you. I can mention something like phone. You just tell me the one you like the most.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good. Ready.
Phone,
Samsung.
food.
Food. The truth is, there's no food I don't eat. Oh. There's no the only food I don't eat is poison. But when it comes to food, when it comes to swallow, I will do that. When it comes to swallow, I like amala with biryani wetu. That is, but for yeah, I will stay with that. I will stick with that.
Football club.
Ah, don't do this. I'm a suffering Man United fan.
Ah, okay. Football player.
Football
Current player.
player, current player. Mm, I like. to be sincere, I don't like Barcelona. I don't like Barcelona, but Yamal at this point, you can't hate that guy except you are an enemy of progress. Sorry to say,
Mm.
that guy is no, is number one for now. I don't like Barcelona, but that guy, no. I wish United can just steal him, but it's not possible.
Social media.
Twitter, Twitter,
Brand.
brand, hmm, brand. Do I have any favorite brand? But I like one thing I like about Apple is their marketing, the way they do the way they class themselves. That branding, I love how Apple branded themselves. So yeah,
Language.
language. I love Hausa language to be sincere, but I don't know how to speak it. Maybe it's because
Country.
maybe that's why I like it. You said
Country.
country. I've not traveled out of Nigeria. So, but looking at it from where I'm sitting, I would like from what I'm seeing from China, I think that would be one of the places I would like to visit.
I like to go.
Yes, yes, I'd like
And
to go.
lastly, digital marketing channel.
Digital marketing channel. Hmm. Do you have any favorites? This one is hard, though. ah, digital marketing channel. I like SEO when it comes to I like SEO. That is one, but that's organic traffic. I like it a lot. So that would make me to want to switch towards Google because of the SEO.
All right,
So
that's it.
yeah,
Training. Thank you for coming to POK Experience.
thank you for having
You
me.
know
I
some.
really
Also,
you are, like I said, you are doing a very good work. I wish I had your kind of consistency. That's one thing that I want to pick from you, and you keep up the good work. I think last time you shared you have 3,000 views, and that is definitely if you are going places, and well done, keep up the good work.
thank you so much. But what will you say to the world? What was the last thing you like to tell the world?
The world, love your neighbor like you love yourself. I think what is really missing now in this world is people don't love their neighbor the way they love themselves. Everybody's just looking for an opportunity to exploit the next person. That's the truth. But if, like I said earlier, if you put yourself in other people's shoes, you won't treat the next person bad because you want them to do that to you. So yes, let's spread love.
That's it, guys. Bye.
Thank you.